All right, good afternoon, traders. Today is January 17th, 2024. My name is John Kerrigan. I moderate the BYOB trading room. So, what did we trade today? Oh, by the way, NVIDIA worked out bullish MMRP. As you can see, here's my map that I shared with traders Tuesday evening. Here's the igniting candle, the pause candle, the pullback to support. And then we had a nice rocket ride, 10-minute uptrend take off on NVIDIA right off of the baseline here. Okay, 552.25, actually about 549.25. But took off right off here and moving back up. If you want to see where NVIDIA is now, we can go take a peek at it. All right, so let's take a look at NVIDIA now. You want to see where NVIDIA is at. NVIDIA. And we'll look at it on the 10-minute. Okay, so here's NVIDIA coming back to the base, 548.59. And you can see it rides all the way up to first leg, 559.60. Not a bad trip, $10 right there. And then you can see NVIDIA in an uptrend, pulling back. If you put that on the 15, it comes up underneath there. But you're looking for tomorrow a candle with a higher high and a higher low on NVIDIA. So here's the NVIDIA bouncing right off the support line, just like I had predicted yesterday. So nice work on NVIDIA. Let's take a look at SPY. What did we do on SPY today? Okay, price came down right here, hit this line right there. That was our first target, and then we let it come back up here to the anchored VWAPs. So which anchored VWAPs are those? Pretty much called it all this morning. This is the anchored VWAP from last year's high and the anchored VWAP from the FOMC. So I was telling traders before the market opened that, hey, our day is probably going to look a little bit like this. All right, price going to come down, and then we're going to hit our target, and we're going to come back, and then we're going to H pattern rollover right at those anchored VWAPs. You can see here's one, and that dark purple line is the other one. And we're going to make a lower low right into this area right here. And from there, we bounced up right back up to VWAP. So I said, this is probably what it's going to look like today. And sure enough, this is what it did. I said it was either going to look like this, okay, or it was going to look like this. Down, consolidate, and then down. But instead, I said it's very likely to go up and test the backside of this this area right here, this anchored VWAP. So this was actually like an MMRP breaking through the resistance, the support line, coming back, tested for resistance, and you can see the candles trade lower. I wonder what that looks like on a 10. I wonder what it looks like on a 30. Yeah, not quite the MMRP, but it played out just like the MMRP. You got a break of support, tested as resistance, and then it trades lower right there. So nice work on SPY, coming all the way back down here, and here's price action coming all the way over to the other side of the line right there. So I'm looking for another low again tomorrow, so we'll see what happens. But there's SPY. We'll take a look at it on the daily chart. Okay, on the daily candle, we got a lower high and a lower low. Big tail coming off the bottom, just like the day before. So there's SPY. Now SPY's closing underneath on the daily candle, underneath the 3/8 trap, and actually underneath trend indicator right there on the daily candle. All right, QQQ. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's going to look the same way. All right, so here's QQQ, lower high, lower low, closing in the 3/8 trap and over the trend indicator. So there's QQQ, FNGU, closing under the 3/8 trap, but over the trend indicator. Okay, higher, lower high, lower low, hitting the uptrend line. All right, so there's FNGU. Let's take a look at Diamond Dow. Here's Diamond Dow closing underneath the 3/8 trap, underneath the trend indicator, and lower high, lower low. Same thing, lower high, lower low. It seems to be a pattern. IWM, okay, lower high, lower low. Right back to minor support. I said this is probably where it needs to come to, is this minor support. So look for this to bounce back up to the downtrend line sometime tomorrow or the next day. So we'll see right there. So we came into the minor support and bounced up. As you can see right here, here's the candle, opened up here, came down, and then went all the way back up to there and then back. Closing underneath 3/8 trap, underneath trend indicator, and everything underneath downtrend line. So there's, move this out to here. All right, so there's IWM, USO. USO, was, I think, was bullish today. So yeah, so USO gap down, traded up, all the way up through the 3/8 trap, closing over the downtrend line, over the 3/8 trap, and over the trend indicator. Nice work on USO. I was saying that early this morning. If you caught the 8 o'clock, the morning video, if you got that, I said, you know, USO's looking real good. Double bottom here, double bottom there. Got a nice base. This is a higher low. This would be good buy if you find that 10-minute uptrend. Sure enough, there it is. Boom. All the way up over the downtrend line. Right there. All right. UNG. Okay, UNG for today. Let's take a look at the candle. So UNG comes down and kisses the midpoint line right there. You got a lower low and a lower high. UNG underneath the 3/8 trap, but closing over the trend indicator. UNG still in an uptrend. That'd be nice if that was the higher low. I'm just going to say that. But let me just say, UNG probably needs to consolidate for 2 weeks between this 570 area and the 650 area. Let it consolidate for a couple weeks and then work its way up out of here. There's UNG, nice daily candle. It's not bad at all. Closing up over the midpoint. They're still holding that midpoint of this last move up. That's UNG. Silver and gold. Okay, silver still in a downtrend, making itself worse. Back into major support here. Okay, they break major support. We could be visiting these lows again. Never thought that would happen. Got a head and shoulders pattern setting up. All right, got the head, right shoulder, left shoulder. Got ourselves a neckline, and price just not only spiked the neckline, this one traded inside the spike. So break of this this candle right here, or break of the rubber band candle, and this thing could be coming down to 19 again. We'll see what happens. Under the downtrend line, lower high, lower low, under the 3/8 trap, under the downtrend line, under the trend indicator. So under everything. Nothing bullish about silver. Gold. Oh, gold doesn't look good either. Gold. Lower high, lower low. That's a pretty good size candle. All right. So closing under the 3/8 trap, under the trend indicator, and under the uptrend line right here. So gold not looking too healthy right now. See what happens. Gold just struggling right here. SMH. SMH puts a lower high and a lower low and continues to stay in the bullish uptrend, closing over the 3/8 trap, over the trend indicator, and let's just move this uptrend line over, okay, because it needs to be moved over. And we just move this over here like this, and you can see right there over the uptrend line. IYT. IYT, lower high, lower lows. That's the pattern today. closing underneath the 3/8 trap, closing underneath the trend indicator, underneath the downtrend line. So here's our downtrend line right there. Still very much bullish in this bull flag. You got to move up and a move to the right. Just in a downtrend right there as it consolidates. You could call it a trend, but it's more of consolidation right there, IYT. XLF, see what they did today. So they gapped down and traded up. So that's a very good sign. But we still got we got a higher high. No, what's the high? 37.42 versus 37.41. All right. So we got a 1 penny high and a lower low. So increased volatility, closing underneath the 3/8 trap, closing underneath the trend indicator, and no downtrend yet. Still in a bullish flag, up and over to the right. Again, this may be another couple weeks before this thing finally gets its legs to break out or finds the cans of spinach hidden inside the pantry. All right, so there's XLF. Let's look at our technicals for today. All right, we were in the sell zone and the oversold zone today, all day today and all day yesterday. All right, on T21.23, yesterday you can see gap down, trade over to the right, red from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. All right, red from the beginning of the day almost to the end of the day, the last candle got green right there. But we were red from the beginning almost to the end. So we gapped down, traded up, and then traded lower. FNGU. Well, let's take a look at the 3-bar. All right, 3-bar candle. All right. Here we are. Price crossing and putting in a whole lot of space between trend indicator and price action. Huge pullback, huge distance starting to appear in T21.23 3-bar, leaving trend indicator far behind right there. FNGU. Okay, FNGU gapped down, traded up, then traded back to VWAP. So red from the beginning of the day all the way up until 2:30, and then they found some gumption to get back up to, I guess, this rising 200 to get up back up and over. All right, traders, that's it. All right, what did we trade today? We traded, I'll just pull up the chart, and we'll go over here. Okay, we traded SPY. We traded SPY on the 10-minute. And what did we trade? We had puts here, and we covered our puts there. As price came back up to this area right here, we bought more puts. We reloaded. And then we took profits into low of day, into VWAP, and all the way into this uptrend line, which was identified in the morning before the market even traded a share right there. Shared with traders, so you can see that was our target. We took profit. Price got back to VWAP, trade a little bit lower, then jumped up. Looked like it wanted to go after today's open. So you can see that's where we went today, and we wound up notching out right up here, right back at the anchored VWAPs. So kind of putting in an inverted head and shoulders here. Excuse me. All right, so that's it, traders. Everybody have a wonderful evening. I know a lot of traders in the room made some money today. I'm happy for you. All right, so we'll see y'all tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock.